So I grew up with Nick and Alison. We were essentially just neighbours. And we were really, from a very early age, became entwined with each other's family lives. And I see Nick and Alison really as an extension of my family, as another brother and sister. And over the years, that has just continued. Today, Alison's going to tell you a story. And she's going to tell you the story of her son, Frankie, who was taken from us just over a year ago yesterday. And she's going to tell you the story and also give you inspiration in the way that she's inspired me over these years by seeing what she and her husband Lee had to deal with. And ultimately, I hope that you will gain the same inspiration that I had over these past few years by listening to Frankie's story. So thank you very much.
Morning, everyone. Firstly, I would like to thank you all for being here today.
That's all right. You take your time.
And secondly, and most importantly, I would like to thank my long-life friend, Paul Britton, who without him, I'm sure we wouldn't all be here today.
You got it. You got it.
With that being said, I want to share our story of an amazing boy called Frankie, also known as Frank the Tank. Being told your child has cancer, I thought was the hardest thing I would ever have to deal with. After being told your son had ligament damage by 4 different doctors, to them finding out how wrong they were, was like being hit by a steam train. It just kept coming and coming. It was relentless. How did this happen? Why did this happen? How did they get it so wrong? How are we going to cope? How am I going to tell my 9-year-old son he has cancer? All these questions sucked the life out of me and my husband and destroyed our world. Eventually, the inevitable happened. Watching my children's faces when I told them was like putting a knife through my heart. But surprisingly, Frankie was more concerned about his hair. He asked him if he wanted to shave it off. He looked at us as if we were mad. If I'm going to lose my hair, I want to keep it for as long as possible, he said. This was his strength from start to end. The reason I'm telling you this is because from that moment on, I knew my son had become a man. Whatever was put in front of him, he took, and dealt with such maturity. To his bionic leg, his lower lobe of his right lung being removed, eventually to multiple tumours in his brain. Nothing would stop my son pushing forward and fighting, as with all the children we met along the way. In nearly 2 or 3 years, I've witnessed 6 of the most bravest children I've had the privilege to meet die. The ones that are still alive live in limbo and in fear of it returning. That is no life for a child or a parent. One of the most amazing children was Sian, Frankie's girlfriend. She used to hop around the ward on one leg, and I believe this is why my son adored her. He couldn't believe how confident she was. However, at the end of her life, I watched this beautiful young girl scream and pass out in pain. No ketamine, no morphine, and no other drug could help take away the pain that she was in. It was something that will haunt me for the rest of my life. Seeing this made me realise that we never wanted Frankie to experience pain like that. So we took action into our own hands. However, we did not hide this from anyone. We started to treat Frankie with CBD oil and THC, and I can honestly say that the 3 massive boxes of palliative care meds that were left at home for us were not even opened. No ketamine, no morphine for pain, nothing. The only comfort we can take away from this is that our son is pain-free. This should not be ignored. Watching any child pass out in pain should never be witnessed by a parent or sibling. So in honour of my son, Frankie, let's make a new venture today, no matter how big or small, a venture to save lives and fight back for children with cancer. Thank you.